Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm going to do my March book haul part 2. So, I thought I had a lot of books already, and then the last week of March I pretty much started spending a lot more. I don't know, okay, March was just bad for me overall with buying. I just pretty much let myself have free reign. I just pretty much was like, if I want it, I got it. April will not be that way. I do have a few pre-orders coming in, but I'm really going to hold myself to not buy too many. I really overdid it. I don't know if I've bought this many books since I've been to a library book sale when you buy a whole bunch at once. And I bought a lot of these new. My last book haul was all the used books. So here are all the new ones. I have 24 of them this month. This was pretty insane. As I said, I let myself spend a part of my tax return, and I think that went to my head and I spent a little bit more than I planned. As I said, when I filmed the other video, I thought I was done and I had already spent all my money. Well, I spent a little bit more. Anyway, so we're going to just go with that. So I'm going to show you the books that I bought this month. As I said, I really need to curb my buying. So I'll start with a few nonfiction picks. I think this is all it, yeah. So I picked up Love Letters, Virginia Woolf, and Vida Sackville West. So this is a collection of their letters back and forth. I don't know a whole lot about their relationship, except I want to read one of Vida Sackville West's books. Is it All Pleasures Spent? No, All Passion Spent or something. Like, I might be reading that next month for a readathon that's going on. But I've always wanted to know more about Virginia Woolf, and I thought this one might be an easy way to ease into it, because I'm not sure I want to pick up one of those big biographies on her. But somebody was saying that those were really good, of their letters back and forth. And I did enjoy some of the letters that I read like last year for Jane Austen, so I thought, well, maybe if I pick up some other authors and their letters and see how that goes. I also got the Covington Garden Ladies by Hallie Rubenhold. So I, again, really love the 5. I still have not got my own copy of it. I've just been cheap and not picked it up. But I've been wanting to read this one because this is about some kind of list, Harry's list of Covington Garden Ladies. Again, so it's about women who, prostitutes, I think, that were on this list of some sort. Anyway, I don't know a whole lot about it except that it's Hallie Rubenhold and I wanted to read it. This is a book I have read before from the library. Quiet Girl in a Noisy World, an introvert story by Debbie Tung. I really like her comics. I have Book Love, which I already own, and I want to get her new one as well. But it's talking about her life and her interactions with different things and stuff. I just really liked it, and I just wanted, it dropped in price one day and I just bought it. And then this one was like the last book I bought for the month was The Sun in the Morning by MMK, My Early Years in India and England. So I joined a read-along that will be happening sometime in this summer with Kate Howe, and I bought the book right away so I would have it just when we get started. So it's a biography or autobiography about her early life. And again, MMK is a author I want to read. I have one of her books. I don't have do I have the Far Pavilions, or do I have the other one? I have Shadow of the Moon. So I have Shadow of the Moon. So I might try to get to that before this. I'm not sure, but anyway, I did get that. Then I have a couple of romances. One of them is a contemporary, which is unusual for me, but it's For the Bitter Single Ladies Read Romance. April's pick is The Half-Stitch Amish Quilting Club by Wanda E. Brunstetter. So it's about a quilting club, which again, I don't know anything about quilting, but it's just the characters all look very interesting, all very different, and it's an Amish pick. I guess Amish April is one of the read-alongs. So anyway, I've never read one of these. It was really short and I didn't pay a whole lot for this book. So I'm hoping to get, it's like 330 pages. So I'm hoping to get to this fairly soon. I don't know. Again, contemporary romances are not my thing. I really have issues with contemporary anything. and romances for sure. So we'll see how it goes. It just looks like it's more one of the ones I would like because it has to do with a lot of different characters and their relationships, but hopefully it's not too dramatic. I guess we'll find out. And then I picked up two, well, one's, I don't know, are they Regency? I don't know. This one looks like it. Yeah, so How to Love a Duke in 10 Days by Kerrigan Bryan. I have not read anything by her. She is an author I have wanted to read from. Yeah, I have The Highwayman on ebook. So anyway, but this one sounds really good. I think they're, I can't remember now. Her family's going into bankruptcy, so she's trying to get, she wants to get married to one of the one of the bachelors, you know, that has a lot of money. And I think she has to try to convince this guy to marry. And I don't remember why. I don't remember. And then I also got The Heiress Gets a Duke. And this one I think was she's an American heiress who goes over to, I think her family wants to have her marry, or have one of the, is it her or her sister? I don't remember. Somebody has to, yeah, her younger sister to marry somebody with a title to kind of help them out. And she decides, she wants to run the business or something. So it just sounded good. I don't know. I'm not explaining that very well, but I got that. It was really, really cheap one day and I just bought it. I also then got another Alexander Dumas book. This is The Night of Maison Rouge. This is this one of the, this is a novel of Marie Antoinette. I know there's like a couple of them, but this is the only one I've found so far. I can't remember. This is translated by Julie Rose. So, as I said, after reading The Count of Monte Cristo, I have upped my wanting to read all of Alexander Dumas work that I can. I'm hoping to, as I said, this is, I don't think it's a standalone, but I think it's one of the only ones, like it's not all of them are translated right now. Hopefully more will come out, or I need to figure out what titles go like with this series. But, again, I want to read more Alexander Dumas in the next, pretty quickly. I want to focus on him. I picked up Miss Austen, a novel of the Austen sisters by Gil Hornby. So I heard about this, I think last year when it came out. I picked this up for Jane Austen July, because I'm going to read a couple of retellings. I read a couple every year. This is one of the ones I wanted to read. I don't know why I bought it or got the pre-order for the paperback, but I did. So I think it follows mostly Cassandra, or Jane Austen's older sister. So I hear it's good. We'll see. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I have it. And then I bought a historical mystery, What Angels Fear by C.S. Harris. I know this is on my list to read. I don't know who talked about this in March Mystery Madness, but it made me remember it and I bought it. It's London, 1811. Anyway, we'll see. I don't know. I think it's the start of a new series. Yeah, the first Sebastian St. Car? I don't know how you say his name. Anyway, so I've heard good things about this. If you've read it, let me know. But again, I need to start reading the mysteries I've bought. I bought a lot of first books in series. I need to focus on my mysteries. Problem is with March Mystery Madness, it happens when I did March of the Mammoth, so my brain, I can only do so much at once. And I bought a lot. I bought mysteries. I also bought The Borrowed by Chan Ho K. I don't know how you say that last part. My brain is not connecting with the, I think this is Chinese. Oh my gosh, I can't remember which. Yeah, so this isn't from Chinese. And so I think this is I actually don't remember. I just saw, was it Sarah at Hardcover Hearts talk about this one? I can't remember. I think it has to do, this is the one with the police officer or a detective or something, and it's talking about like different cases. I can't remember, 5 or 6 cases over his span of working in Hong Kong. Starting like the cases are as old as I think 1967 and all the way up to 2013. So I think it was like, it's kind of like showing his career and the differences in how the culture changes in that when Hong Kong comes out from under England's role and stuff like that. So I don't know, but I heard really good things about that, and it sounded cool. And again, I'm looking for more Chinese literature to read, so I thought, well, it sounds good for mystery, so I got that. I also got The Mountain Sing by Nguyen Van Cume. So I bought this for Invisible Cities for this month, for April, that has Vietnam. This takes place during, or shows family, I think it's like a family saga kind of thing, of before, earlier in the 1900s and into to the Vietnam War kind of thing. So that's about all I know. I'm hoping to read it in April, so this will actually hopefully get read. I also picked up Potiki by Patricia Grace. I saw this, I think, on Shawn the Book Maniac. And it has to do with New Zealand and a small Maori community. And I can't remember, something changes, and I don't remember what it's about. But it's something about New Zealand, and I want to read more New Zealand literature as well. So I got one of those. Oops, and I hit the camera, sorry. And then this one is kind of like a weird one. So I allowed myself, or made myself, or something, to get The Ivy Tree by Mary Stuart. So this is the one Mary Stuart, when I was a kid, I never completed. And this is the one that I read them all when I was a teenager. My mother and my grandmothers had all the Mary Stuarts. I have all of them in this new edition, except for this one. Until I finally realized that I was not, I really should give it another shot. Again, I DNF'd this when I was a kid. It was my mom's favorite. She didn't remember why it's her favorite, but she did like it. I had problems with the premise because it has to do with a woman who gets talked into pretending to be somebody else for someone else to get an inheritance. And I always don't like liars, like outright like that. So, but I decided to still get it in this edition so it matched my other ones, and to give it one more shot. Because I love Mary Stuart books, all the other ones, so much that I feel like I should give this one more shot. So anyway, that was probably, again, one of those click happy moments when I just did it. I also got Later by Stephen King. I don't buy all of his books when they first come out, but this one is one of the ones I like. Is the more coming of age, the young kid who has kind of special abilities and he gets caught up in other things. I hear it's really good. I'm hoping to get to that sometime this year. We'll see. And then I have one science fiction novel, I believe, which is Architects of Memory by Karen Osborne. It's a memory war novel. I think the second one came out this year already. I just can't remember if it's going to be a duology or more. I can't remember right now. So this one follows, it's like, what is it? Oh, I think they're salvagers, and they're trying to, I can't remember. Something about they're trying to get something that's going to blow up, of course. I don't know. Like I don't care. What was it said? When she and her crewmates salvage a genocidal weapon from a ravaged starship above a dead colony, Ash uncovers a conspiracy of corporate intrigue and betrayal that threatens to turn her into a living weapon. So I can't remember where I saw this or why. It just sounded good, and I finally just picked it up. I know that, again, I said there's another book, so if I like it, I'll get it too. Sorry, that was a bad description. And then so some of these I did get I had a gift card, and so I allowed myself to buy this, which is a Middle-earth Traveler, Sketches from Bag End to Mordor by John Howe. So he is one of the artists who has done a lot of the Tolkien drawings and stuff. I think he also worked on, on the movies as well, like have some of his artwork. But some of it's just gorgeous. Like and it talks about the different areas. I don't know. But anyway, I had got this from the library a long time ago and really enjoyed it and put it on my wish list, and I finally just let myself buy it. So, I do have one more science fiction. I totally forgot about this one. The First Sister by Lyndon A. Lewis. So I saw this at Barnes & Noble, and I was there I bought another book too, and then I was like, well, maybe I should buy this one. It sounds interesting. So this one, I think has a character who doesn't, I can't remember. Someone's like, she is asked to follow somebody or make sure that her her new captain, so she has to stay on her ship, but she has to follow this new captain, and she's forced to kind of spy on him, but I can't remember why or for what, but for this sisterhood thing, I don't know. And then I think there's another storyline as well. I'm not explaining that right. You'll have to look at that up, but I don't know. It was a pretty cover. And I didn't pick it. I noticed it because of it, but I had seen other people talk about it on BookTube, but I actually don't know if anybody actually read it. I just heard about it. So this one obviously has, because it says it has to do with power of technology, colonization, race, and gender. So I just thought there was a lot of themes in here I wanted to try out. So that was kind of I just bought on the spot. I also picked up The Black Coast by Mike Brooks. So I've been looking forward to this one. This one has to do with a place where they're usually invaded by another culture, and then one time when they think, oh, they're coming to attack, they're actually refugees coming from their land, and they've been attacked by somebody else, and that somebody else is coming after all of them. So I think it's one of those refugee kind of we don't need to be fighting anymore because we have a bigger bad guy to go after kind of thing. So I don't know. It sounds good. It's the first book in the God King Chronicles. It just sounds good. I bought a lot of fantasy this month. I also got The Second Bell by Gabriella Houston. So this has to do with it's like I know a mother and daughter who have been expelled because the daughter has, I think, 2 hearts is how it goes, and they're considered a dangerous demon. So the mother has to either abandon the child or has to go with the child and leave. So the mother decides to do that, and then now it's years later, and they live off in this really rural thing, and then something happens. I don't remember what. So it's been like 20 years now, and then but the young girl is starting to make decisions about what to do because she is one of these ones with the 2 hearts things. I don't know. Looks good though. Look at the months. I don't know. And then this is kind of like, I should not have bought this because I already own a copy, but I'm also supporting my friend, and I'm kind of bought it so that I would make myself read it because I haven't read it yet. And I feel bad that I haven't, and that is The Bone Shard Daughter by Andrea Stewart. So as I said, I've known Andrea for many years. I'm very proud of her to get her book published in her series. So I have not read The Bone Shard Daughter yet. I have the hardback. I really wanted to read this. I think it's just my mental blocking because she is my friend. I'm afraid to read it, even though I've heard so many good reviews about it. It makes me so happy to hear people praise it. I mean, so I really want to read this. This has to do with an empire where the emperor asks for a bone shard from every person in the empire, and he uses those in a bone shard magic. His daughter Lynn has had some kind of disease or something that she's lost her memories. So her father does not want to make her his heir because she has no memories of certain things that happened. So he has a foster son that he's putting him up as the heir. So she is trying to figure out the magic on her own so that she can be an heir, but she also still doesn't have her memories. And then we're also following people out in the empire who, it's kind of like an island empire, and they're having issues with the things with the emperor. And then I think there's also, somebody coming from another area to attack. My cats are crying in the background, sorry. So anyway, I hear this really good. I hear there's a cool little animal companion. I haven't got to that part yet. I've only read the first 2 chapters that I read online, I think when, right before it came out. So I really need to read this. I need to make sure I get to this in the next couple months. I bought the paperback to support her and also to make myself read it because I read paperbacks better than hardbacks. Anyway, that's a whole thing. I also picked up Hall of Smoke by H.M. Long. This is, is this considered, I don't remember if this was one that's kind of Viking-ish, but I think it is. And so this priestess, I think, is told to kill this visitor, but she doesn't. And then when she goes to, leaves to go make repentance, or repent that she didn't kill him, somebody comes and wipes out her village. So then she's on a quest for this traveler, whoever this is that she did not kill. So I hear this is good as well. I'm hoping to get to that. I'm guessing it's a series. It doesn't say if there's more coming out, but I figured it sounded good anyway. And I went to Barnes & Noble and picked that up with the other book. So that was what I went to the bookstore for. Let's do this. And then I finally picked up Legacy of Ash by Matthew Ward. It's been on my wish list forever. I don't know a whole lot about this one, except, you know, again, it's one of those epic tales that it says here. That as war spreads through the Republic, they must set aside their differences in order to save their homeland. You know, it's just epic. And there's, I think the 2 books are out so far. I think there's going to be a 3rd. Anyway, gigantic. But, of course, I bought it. And then the last one is The Unbroken by C.L. Clarke. So this has to do with a fantasy world with colonialism where we follow somebody in the royal family, and we also follow one of the soldiers who has been conscripted or from one of the colonies, and then they go, I think then the warrior goes back to where where she was originally from, but she doesn't know anything about them because she's been gone for so long. And it's kind of her confronting, I think, what she thought the empire was and what it really is. And I'm not sure what the royal has to do with it, but there's something in there too. And I hear it's really good. I'd like to read it. Anyway, so those are all the new books that I bought in March. As I said, I am not usually that excessive. I have a good size TBR or book haul usually, but this was much higher than I've had in a really long time. I spent a lot of money, and so my goal in April is not to spend anywhere near as much. As I said, I have a few pre-orders already coming. I'm hoping not to buy much else beyond that. I really don't need to. I have so many books I want to read, and I can't read them all in a month anyway, or in a couple months. This is insane. I won't read a lot of these for a long time. I don't know what I was doing. Anyway, but if there's any of these books that you have read or think that I will enjoy, let me know so I can move them up and read them sooner rather than later, since I have a habit of just putting stuff back on my shelf and hoping I get to it at some point. Anyway, let me know, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.